Welcome to Coach's Roundtable. I'm Ed Codi. To my right, the Swami George Abraham. To my left, the Tiger Albert Campman. You see he's in his baseball postseason attire. Hey, guys, before going in the spotlight, this is the 8th week of high school football coming up. How fast?
Yeah, it goes like that every year, Eddie.
I heard a guy say last week, with 2 weeks left. I'm like,
yeah, he's right. Let's go to top rushers. Eric Kasparovich of Mars, 296 yards rushing and 4 TDs. Chase Mazanik of Seneca Valley, 156. Luke Rohan of North Allegheny, 148. Evan McEnany of Hampton, 139. Elijah Palmer McCain of Ellwood City, 121. Caden Parker, Seneca Valley, 118. Hunter Shear of Karn City, 115. And top passer Joe Flitsky of North Catholic, 381. I believe, off the top of my head, he's the leading passer, WPIAL. You remember his father played for Central Catholic, went to Notre Dame, came back to Pitt, and died suddenly at
I didn't know that part.
A young age. Porter Kelly of Hampton, 201. Owen Bish, Union AC Valley, 180 and 3 touchdowns. Drew Ross of Freeport, 167. Aaron Strader of Pine Richland, 166. And Travis Wetzel of Newcastle, 109. Top receiving, Riker Kennedy of North Catholic, 15 for 121 yards, and I believe he's the leading receiver in the WPIAL. Tom Arth, North Catholic, 5 for 90. Zach Hare of Riverside, 7 for 62. Logan Shade of North Catholic, 4 for 69. And Gabe Hine of Mars, 5 for 60.
Three guys got 24 balls.
You know what's interesting about that?
Yeah.
North Catholic lost the game.
They lost 46 to 38.
That's what I'm saying. They went up down the field, yes.
So the other thing, my gosh, 24 completions to 3 guys.
Yes.
Wow.
I believe he threw over 40 times. He completed 30 or so.
Oh, yeah, he almost had to.
Hey, high school cross country, Michael Braun of Freeport. He's been a star for several years. He broke his own course record in a tri-meet with Knock and Avonworth with a time of 16 minutes and 22 seconds. In tennis, PIAA Class 2A girls doubles from North Catholic, Katie Hardy and Bray Kelly. They placed second to win silver medals. High school golf, North Catholic freshman Riley Contol. She finished 5th in the 2A girls individual championship at the Butler Country Club to qualify for the PIAA. Karn City senior Chloe Fritz, she won the District 9 Class 2A girls golf title with a 78 score. And AC Valley golfer Joe Rapp, he was 5th in District 9. He qualifies also for the state. And how about this? Butler County Community College women's volleyball team, they are 17-0. High school
17-0.
17-0. High school football power rankings 6A. Central Catholic remains at the top 5-2, followed by North Allegheny 6-1. And congratulations to North Allegheny coach Art Walker for his 250th career win. In 5A, it's undefeated Pine Richland, followed by Upper St. Clair, undefeated Bethel Park, followed by Peters Township and South Fayette.
5A is really good.
Don't count any of these teams.
5A is really
It's
good.
the most competitive
Without a doubt
division around. And in 4A, we only have 3 teams with winning records that I would rank. Montour, first 6-0, followed by Thomas Jefferson and Aliquippa. And then in 3A, we have Imani Christian. They're a powerhouse, 7-0, followed by Avonworth, Beaver, Deer Lakes, and Freeport. And in 2A, Ellwood City remains on top, undefeated, followed by Seton LaSalle, South Park, South Allegheny, and Still Valley. Here's another good classification with a number of real good teams in it.
Yeah, and Ellwood's going to have to be some good teams to win it.
And in 1A, Westinghouse remains on top, followed by Fort Cherry, Clareton, Bishop Canavan, Neshannock, and Monessen. And I want to mention this about the Karn City Gremlins. 2 weeks ago, they lost to Central Clarion 65-0. Lose a game like that can demoralize your team for the rest of the year. Last week, they came back against Red Bank Valley and routed them 67-7. I've never heard of 2 weeks like that in high school football, but kudos to Coach Joe Sherwin and his team for rebounding like that from a devastating
That's what
loss.
coaching's all about.
Yes.
It's easy to coach when you're winning every game.
And he didn't beat just anyone. He beat Red Bank Valley,
So,
a team that's been good for quite some time. All right, let's move on here and go to our stories of the week and I get my pages stuck together here. The NFL, let's go the Dallas 20 and the Steelers 17 in the 34th meeting. Dallas now has the lead 18 games to 16. And despite throwing 2 interceptions and losing a fumble and red zone turnovers, quarterback Zach Prescott of Dallas threw for 352 yards and a 4th down and goal winning touchdown pass with 20 seconds left to Jalen Tolbert. The Cowboys' last 2 TDs, guys, were drives of 90 and 75 yards on 31 plays. And here's what I'm saying. You can't call a defense elite when it gives up drives like that, which they did the week before against Indy. And here's the troubling thing. I know their defense only given up 14 points a game, but the last 2 weeks, they've been killed on 3rd downs. And tight ends are killing. I don't understand. They don't have an answer for tight ends.
Seems like they're open a lot. I look at the FanDuel, the individual props, and the tight ends usually go over against Pittsburgh.
They're not elite, though. That's true.
Right.
We never on this
They
show.
just pay
On
elite.
this show, we never said they
Just
were
pay
elite.
elite.
They're good.
The national media calls
They're
them
good.
elite.
They're good defense. They're not
Good
elite.
defense.
They're not elite.
Is right. And the difference here, how do you continue? The offense averages 18 points a game, and that's just not good enough. Even though the defense only gives up 14 a game, they're out in the field way too much to begin with, and that's a factor why maybe they're giving up some long drives. But here's the puzzling thing: you guys watch the games as well as I do. Why these slow starts at the beginning of the games for the Steelers? On both sides of the ball.
Yeah, I don't have an answer for it. If I knew it, I'd call.
I can give you the one side. I can give you the one side. Oh, they play not to lose.
No, I
He
think
tells
there's
the
something he said
offense
about
when they
that.
go out there, he says, don't lose it.
You know, this game looked close. I mean, they won with 20 seconds left. But you look at the stats and those red zone turnovers, this could have been a rout. Dallas put up 455 yards, 25 first downs. The Steelers had 230 total yards. Now, here we go again. Fields, 138 yards passing, 2 TDs. He did misfire on some deep passes. He had 27 yards rushing. And Najee Harris is getting beat up. Someone said to me, should he be benched? I said, there are no holes for him to run. The last 2 games, he's had 27 carries for 63 yards.
Yeah, it's difficult, and it's difficult when your best player's a nut. and
Yeah.
He sat 30-some plays. Yeah.
And they sit him down for 30 plays.
Yeah, you can't.
Because you're trying, and that's a tough call. If you discipline him like Tomlin did, you're saying, what do you think?
Why isn't he in there?
Why is your best player?
Tomlin, now you guys tell me when he's not in there because they're trying to increase his productivity by keeping him on the bench.
Oh, that's
just talk. You know,
and the wrong comparison was comparing him to Cam Hayward, who's 37 years old. Yeah, he needs a break from time to time.
That's today's world where you can't
see him grab the guy by the face, throw him on the ground.
And the other thing about Pickens is this: I didn't notice he throws out these F-bombs, and they're picked up by the camera. And his ranting on the side, he's always open. So I don't know what it is with the Steelers and wide receivers, but the last 8 or 10 years, nothing but problems with these guys.
But I told Al this. I could deal with Brown because he catches the ball.
Right.
This guy, he's just all tuck. His eye black, always a blank open. Come on, buddy. Come on, really?
All right, guys, through 5 games, the Steelers pretty much averaging like 4 yards per play. I'm not seeing any difference from Matt Canada to Arthur Smith. But if there's a difference, you tell me what it is. I'm just not seeing it.
Yeah, they're not. Like George said, there's a style of play that Steelers use that is going to stay forever. In the Super Bowls, even when they won Super Bowls, that's why they play. They play to try to win with their defense. It's different than anybody in the NFL. That's for sure.
Now, Tomlin on the loss, he said there's a fine line between drinking the wine and crushing the grapes. All I know is my Italian grandfathers, they did both.
Yeah, they drank it too.
They did both. So, listen, they got some problems. And the only thing traditional about the Steelers right now is not how they play. It's those black and gold uniforms. But let me ask you this. They're going to play Vegas this week, their favorite. If you took the Steelers players and put them in the Vegas uniforms and you looked at their team, how they're playing now, you'd say what?
They're equal.
Yeah.
I always thought that.
Yeah, right. So, and this is a crucial game. I know Vegas is banged up a lot.
Changing QBs too.
Changing quarterbacks. Oh, I'm glad you brought that up because now for Justin Fields to keep his job, and what I hear from everyone saying now they're starting the Russell Wilson talk. Fields has to go 20 for 20 for 300 yards and 4 touchdowns to keep his job. He just can't do enough to please anybody.
It pleases me. I call George the 2 guys drop balls that the other teams catch,
Right.
And all of a sudden he looks bad when it's and they don't throw the ball.
That's 2 weeks in a row.
The one drive they threw the ball all the way down the field. Next time they get the ball, they ran the ball again. That's the way they're going to play. It's frustrating as a Steeler fan.
Now you blame him for the Connor Hayward pass, or is that Connor Hayward?
That's what we're talking about.
Yeah, I said
They're
that.
right.
I
They're
said
blaming
that.
Fields for
I
it.
said to Albert, I said, these guys are professionals. You understand, the guy misses that ball at a high school game. You don't think anything about it. These guys, when they touch it, they're supposed to catch it.
If you want to build for the future, to me, it's a big mistake to bench this kid.
I'm with you all the way.
You're going to
Yeah.
lose him.
Yes.
He can't do enough to please these fans. So at the last 2 weeks after the games, all you hear now, some of the newspaper guys and radio guys, they're thinking, well, maybe you got to play Russell Wilson now.
Well, as soon as they say it, you know it's wrong. Because
Yeah.
I've never seen them right ever.
Well, the offensive line's a problem. The offensive line injuries, they're young. It's just not a cohesive
That's
unit.
like when they talk about Najee. They're getting him before he gets to the line.
Right. Absolutely. And he's another guy that's been criticized. 27 carries, 63 yards. But you see how many times he gets hit behind the line of scrimmage.
Enough.
The game is played on the offensive line, Andy.
Oh, we know
No,
that.
no.
You know,
If you watch
I-
NFL the right
Yep.
way, which you should watch it, if the offensive line's playing well, the offense plays well. If
Well-
they're not, you're not scoring points. That's the way it is.
And I said last week, don't compare what Baltimore's running game did against Dallas as to what the Steelers were
No.
doing. Baltimore has a great offensive line, and the Steelers only rushed for 92 yards against
And
Dallas.
once again, I'll say it again: Baltimore's 3-2, Pittsburgh's 3-2.
Yeah.
If Baltimore's 5-0, I say, oh my.
Yeah.
But to me, there's a world of difference. And
Well, we'll see when they play.
we'll see when they
You
play.
understand?
We'll see when they
I have a
play.
feeling Pittsburgh will win split with
It'll
them.
be 17-14. You just don't know who's 17.
Yes.
It's the only thing.
Around the AFC North, Baltimore 41, Cincy 38.
Like they should have lost that game.
Yeah, Tucker
That's what I'm
with
saying.
Real
with
quick,
the field goal.
Real quick, and
Yeah.
too, it's a common theme. Al and I really despise this. They turn the ball over since he gets it.
Yeah,
Instead
Oh,
of trying,
jeez.
now the man has 5 touchdown passes.
right.
Did they try to get closer, or
runs.
did they try to kick it right from where they were?
3
Yeah.
runs for a 52-yard field
Yes,
goal.
Yeah,
It's the
I
stupidest
agree.
thing
I
going.
agree.
Yes,
I
yes,
agree.
yes.
Hey, here's the thing about the NFL. Every week, the dynamics of it, things can change suddenly. First of all, you're dealing with elite athletes. Then you're talking about injuries.
Mhm.
And then, as you mentioned, you're talking about dumb coaching.
Oh,
You named all of them, Eddie.
Those are all the
But
factors.
that
in
second
there.
one is really gigantic. And
Yeah.
you better have a great scouting system to get depth. Because the 49ers are finding out Pittsburgh's offensive line, which was the one place was weak.
Yeah.
Now they're beat up. They have guys playing should not be playing.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Injuries are a big, major concern.
And you look at when Dallas coming in, I said the Steelers should win this game because their 2 best defensive players are out. And I thought really the Steelers might have some success running the football, but they didn't.
Mhm. Good point.
Tucker kicks the 24-yard field goal to win the game, but Lamar was amazing. 348 yards passing, 4 TDs. The 1 touchdown pass he made in the end zone was
Nobody
amazing.
makes that.
He might be the biggest enigma that I've ever
Yeah.
followed in sports.
Yeah.
No, during the regular season.
No, I agree.
No, when you watch him in the regular season, you're thinking, this guy might be the greatest quarterback.
Yeah.
As soon as they get in the playoffs,
Bang.
whoa,
And-
he takes a deep end vault.
What is he
I
now?
mean-
3-6 or something
He's
like
pathetic
that
in the play. No, he's pathetic.
Yeah.
He does nothing in the playoffs.
He's so bad, and he's so great normally. When they play in the playoffs, I can't take them.
No, I've
Right.
never seen anything like it.
Something's
When
going to
you see the
happen.
regular season,
Oh,
Jordan,
the other day was
you're
ridiculous.
thinking, well,
No,
look at this guy play.
that one he dropped and he picked off the ground and
Yes.
ran. Oh my goodness!
And he hit likely in the end zone for
But-
that
yeah,
touchdown.
I'd rather
that's
have it the other
true.
way, by the way.
Yeah.
I'd rather have a guy who plays normal to a regular season and in the
Yeah.
playoffs picks up.
Right.
Yeah,
Baltimore 520 yards. Since he had 450 yards, it was a wild game. Burrows 392 yards, 5 touchdowns, but their defense stinks. You got Jamar Chase, 10 catches, 193 yards, but they can't. Cincy could easily be 4-1 if they played any kind of defense.
Yeah, they don't have
Any
it.
kind
They
of
don't have
defense.
it. They don't have it.
No, they don't play.
And once
They're
again,
getting
their
beat
money's on
30.
offense. See, that's
Yep.
it's
And the other way, yeah.
that's what you can't have it both ways
But let me say this.
unless you're lucky.
Right. Baltimore's offense has
Rookie
been terrific
quarterback.
this year, but their defense has taken a step back. I don't see the same defense as I've seen in Baltimore in recent
No,
years.
not right now. They haven't played that way. That's for sure.
No.
All right. Next up for Baltimore, they take on Washington.
How about that game?
4-1.
Who would have predicted that before
And
the
Yeah.
Baltimore favored by 6, but the Jalen Daniels has been terrific. 34-13 over the Cleveland Clowns. Daniels threw for had 320 total yards, and the Ravens are favored by 6.
Well, they have to because they're the best team in football.
Yeah.
It's out Washington. is
when
what
they play.
You're telling me
When
it's out
Baltimore, when
Washington.
Baltimore plays the best,
Yeah.
they're the best team.
If you want to beat Baltimore right now, you have to score 35 or
Yeah.
40 points.
And
to
the
beat
other
them.
thing, let's say this too, with Washington, I've watched football for 50 plus. No one's done that as a rookie.
No, he's
I know
tremendous.
it's only 5 games, but my goodness, 80% completion.
1 interception. He's a bigger version than Lamar. He's 6'4", 220, and he can run. And last year, I remember told you guys in a draft, NFL.com rated his deep pass the best coming out of college.
Well, we said it on the show. I know I did.
Yeah, Albert
I
liked
said
him.
it.
No,
he was
Al
the best,
liked him.
He was the best guy by far
Oh,
on the
yeah.
draft to me.
Question.
But now he's proved it already, easily.
And the guy for the Bears is getting better.
yeah.
Oh, he had a terrific game.
Yes,
Cam
he
Williams.
did. Yes, he did.
Now, Cleveland 1-4,
Oh,
routed by the Commanders 34-13. Deshaun Watson, 125 yards. Here's what I'm looking at, and I watched a little bit of that game. The Browns look demoralized to me. The receivers have no confidence in Deshaun Watson. And so Stefanski put in Jameis Winston, but he said, Deshaun is our quarterback. What's that old saying, doing the same thing over and over again? expecting
definition of
different
insanity.
results?
That's
The
it.
definition of insanity.
And you know what? You know that's coming from above. They have all that money
I
invested.
agree. It's not what did Bill Parcells say when he was coaching Dallas about you want me to
Groceries.
Yeah.
You want me to cook your dinner? I got to buy the groceries. That's
so
right.
they're handicapping Stefanski, not letting him make any change. They're going nowhere. Even Joe Palooka and Cy Shockowitz know they need to make a quarterback change.
It's really simple to me as a coach, and that's all we did.
Yeah.
I'm going to do it my way, and I'll get fired. That's fine. How could you sit there?
Right.
I look up there and say, you can fire me tomorrow because I'm not playing
Absolutely.
Watson. I
That's
am
what
not.
he should say.
Yeah, that's what he should say. I am not playing Watson. We have no chance when he's out there. He can't play anymore.
You see the demeanor of the wide receivers?
Whole team.
They are the whole
The whole
team
team's
is the more
shot because of him.
His body language is bad.
Yeah, here you have the number 1 defense last year in the NFL, and they're getting
They're
torched
shot.
this
They're
year
shot.
because the offense is 3-0. 3-0.
3-0.
The last 2 games, he's thrown like 80 passes for 250 yards.
He's going to get fired
He's
anyway.
chuck and duck.
The coach is
He's
going to get
getting
fired
fired.
anyway, so
That's
get
it.
fired on your terms.
Yes.
He's
Yeah.
out.
Yeah.
Hey, let me ask you guys something. The Vikings are 5-0. Aaron Rodgers threw 3 picks. Boy, was I wrong on the Jets. I thought they were going to be better. Are the Vikings?
So did I, Eddie.
Yeah, are the Vikings and quarterback Sam Darnold getting their propers?
Not
So
yet.
far-
No.
Nothing
no,
immediate.
no.
Nothing immediate.
No.
Once again, offensive line.
Yeah,
When
receivers.
Darnold gets time, he's a good
And when you
quarterback.
play that 9:30 game, it's like you didn't play.
And
Really,
I
nobody.
wasn't up.
No.
And you know the other thing, when your offense is that good and you already have a good defense, that just makes your defense a little better.
It's a long
'cause
season,
you're getting some
It's a
run
long
balls.
season.
Yeah,
You
well,
understand?
always what Belichick said. Nothing in the
Good
NFL
point.
matters to the last
It's
8
the truth.
games.
And also, you can how you say it, Georgia, you can lose it early, but you can't win it early.
Yeah. You
understand
go
that?
5-0.
Yeah.
You didn't win it. You
Yeah.
go 5. You
Yeah.
lost it.
Well, when you're 1-4, it's like what?
Uphill
Yes,
climb
exactly. Yeah.
completely.
2%
Yeah,
that you're
yeah,
going to make
it
the
is.
playoff.
Yeah.
Hey, where I was right, I said the Texans. I like them to upseat the Chiefs. They're 4-1. I thought the Bears would be better. They're 3-2. But
Yeah.
where I was really bad, I had Cincy, the 49ers, and the Jets up there too high.
But you know what?
The 49ers, what is wrong with them?
McCaffrey, you can't take him out of the line. You can't.
I guess
and
so.
the
He
other
does
thing
everything
too,
for him.
you're being hard on yourself about the Jets. They're lucky the division. Miami's no good. New England's no good. Buffalo's got a hurt quarterback. They might be able to hang in there at 10-7, 9-8.
But I think
is Tua coming back?
preseason, you like
Yes.
you
I mean,
like
says
the
he-
Browns, right?
Yeah, I love the Browns.
And I like Cincy,
Yeah, I love the
and I
Browns.
think you like Baltimore.
Yeah, I always
But
like Baltimore.
I'm just Cincy. What have they been doing? Not the last 5 years, since they got Burrows. I know about the money, but to beef up that defense. Look at Kansas City.
Yeah, you.
They find
They
these.
got lucky though. They got lucky.
I guess luck's
Here's how
part
I know
of
what
it.
lucky is. If they ever drafted them 1 and 2, then I said, boy, they know what they're talking about. 7th round pick, 6th round pick,
And they're getting guys
free
that step
agents.
in and play.
Yeah, guys have just become better
Well,
players.
wait a
than
minute.
expected.
Juju caught 9,000 passes last
Everybody got rid
night,
of 'em.
and nobody wanted him.
I know.
Yeah, right.
The truth.
All right, let's move on to college football. Pitt 5-0 for the first time since 1991. They snap an 0-7 streak at North
That was a great
Carolina,
win.
defeating the
great
Tar
win.
Heels 34-24. And quarterback Eli Holstein, he's just been terrific. I'm just surprised these teams don't have a spy on him. He kills everybody running up the middle.
It's because they got running receiver. This offense, the greatest hire in Pitt history is this
Yeah.
offensive
Yeah.
coordinator. Hey, are they going to be able to keep this kid? That's the question.
No, he's going to be head
I-
coach.
No,
No,
I'm talking about the
Holstein.
quarterback. I'm talking
Oh,
quarterback.
Holstein's getting $1 million.
Did I hear
now.
what I heard?
And
And
he's
it's
going to
tied
win
to
2 or
staying.
3.
It's tied to staying, though. His money is tied to his staying.
So
He's getting $1 million, but he has to stay.
Now, you remember I said that a few shows ago.
I was wondering how they're going to keep
that
him.
they're going to the way they're going to do these NIL deals is tie these guys to a contract.
So it must be done.
That's what
Must
they're
be
doing.
behind our back. Must
I
be
guess
done.
they something yesterday in Congress. They're moving towards the school paying them.
Yeah,
That's going to happen.
well, the Fair Labor Standards
That's
Act,
going to happen.
they've already said, the Labor Bureau, that these players are employees and deserve to be paid like
such.
any other employee
Yeah.
at the university.
Now taxes involved, right? Won't the IRS come
Oh,
jump
for
in there?
sure.
Yeah, of
But
course
it's going to
they will.
happen. There's no question that's what's going to happen.
Now, Pitt cracks the AP. They're number 22. And by the way, it was a great win for them. And we want to thank Mac Brown, who passed up 2 red zone field goals.
No.
Here's what I always
Making
say.
my head hurt.
You pass up those
Yes.
red zone field goals in the first quarter. They come back in the fourth quarter to bite you in the butt.
We talked about it on the way up. You didn't know we talked about it, Eddie.
Yeah.
Last night,
Andy
Andy
Reid.
Reid kicked 2 field goals. It came back to be the winning. That's how they won the game. You
Right.
It's a new.
Yeah, you mentioned the
It's
guy
the
in
newest
Cincinnati. You let him off the hook for that.
Yeah.
He's the worst at that. Fourth
Yeah.
and goal, not at the Ed. At the inch line, I'm going to. Not 4th and 4.
And here's the kicker to this.
Yeah.
I got to put Marvin right on this one. We're thinking it's all young coaches.
Yeah.
No. And Mac Brown's 70. It's one filtered through everybody that somebody who studied computers said it's better to go for touchdown than it is field goal.
Well, let me ask you something. Mac Brown passed up 2 red zone field goals. What do those equal? Oh, a touchdown.
Exactly.
So at the end of
We
the
know. How
game,
come we know?
so at the end of the game, instead of it being a 34-30 game, you get a chance to win. You got 3 minutes to go, and you're
Change
down
every-
34-24.
change every play selection.
Changes everything.
No,
It happened, but it happens 7 times a week.
Yeah.
You understand? It's become normalcy that just for people just to look at it
Utah,
and say, "Oh,
he's
this
playing
works."
Arizona. He passes up 3 field. He ended up losing the game.
Now look at the Eagles blew that game to the Falcons because
No, it's
Sirianni
every week.
passed
It's
up
every
2
week.
field goals.
he'd be going if it were
Okay.
me.
Next up for Pitt, it's Cal. I went to bed. They were beating Miami
So did
35-10. I said, good for Pitt because this will put them up first place in the ACC. I get up Sunday. They lost 39-38. That doesn't mean Pitt's going to have their way with them. Cal got some offensive weapons. Pitt's favored by 3.
Cal's good.
Yeah, Cal's good.
Can you come back from that though? And
Yeah,
fly,
that's a devastating
and fly
loss.
3,000 miles across country playing. It's going to be a noon game for them because it's 3:30.
All right, next up, Penn State 27, UCLA 11. It
Yeah.
wasn't as easy a game as you thought it would be.
No.
Penn State 5-0 for the 4th year in a row. They're number 4 AP. Next, they're at USC. The Trojans upset by Minnesota 24-17. Penn State favored by 4.
We'll find out if Penn State's any good in this one.
That won't
Yeah.
be.
That's how you'll find out. Because Southern Cal will be ready for this game.
Yeah, it's a dangerous
Yeah,
game
yeah.
playing a team that lost
Yes,
like that.
exactly.
Out there?
Out there.
Oh, dangerous.
And the Mountaineers 3-2,
Root for
30,
them. I root
38
for them.
to 14 over Oklahoma State. They're 2-0 in the Big 12. Next, they're home against number 11 Iowa State, 5-0. The Cyclones favored by 3. This is a huge game. I'm going to watch this game.
Well, George mentioned all the big games. You didn't tell me about that one. It's a great game.
Oh, great game.
Great game.
This guy at Iowa State probably has done more with less. Not that he doesn't have any players, because that would be ridiculous.
Yeah.
But he's done more with less the last 5-6 years. They're good again.
How about he used to play intramurals with my son-in-law at Mount Union?
Oh.
That's where he's
They're
from.
Mount Union guys.
And Campbell's he's done a great job. Yeah.
Hey, Division II, Slippery Rock 33, IUP 32.
Wow.
Braden Long's 11-yard touchdown pass to Mike Solomon in the final 12 seconds. The Rock wins this game, and they held off. IUP attempted a 54-yard field goal to win it at the end. No go. The Rock now 5-0. They move up to number 6. They're home this weekend against Gannon. And Grove City 62, Bethany 22. Grove City now they're number 7 ranked in Division III. This is a big game this week. They host CMU.
Yeah, now the big boys are starting to play each other now.
Hey, CMU was down at half, 23-5 to W&J. Come back and won.
Hey guys, let me ask you about college football. What was the most impressive win? Was it Vandy's 40-35 win over Alabama, their first win ever versus number 1 team? They were 0-60 against top 5 teams.
I don't know who you have left to say that, Eddie, but
Vandy's
going to be my top one.
Well, I was going to say, what about Miami's win over coming back against Cal? And then don't forget, Arkansas put a stunner.
The only thing
on
is
Tennessee.
those two were home. Miami was on the road, but they were big favorites.
Yeah,
and how about Vandy though?
Love it.
You understand? They have the resources of that much against Alabama.
And here's the thing about Bama: they got some defensive problems that they have to deal with. Hey, by the way, Major League Baseball. By the way, I'm going to salute to Army and Navy, both 5-0, first time since '45,
yes.
and tip of the hat to Indiana and first-year coach Kurt Signetti.
Yeah.
They're 6-0, first time since 1967. And the Pirates fired their pitching coach.
That's
They'll be better now.
Hey, let me say something. Pirates, if you want a good hitting coach, why don't you sign some good hitters?
That's be a good idea.
Maybe that will help. Hey, that's it for us. We've run out of time. We'll see you next week.
What you doing?
I'm gonna fix that toilet.
A sledgehammer.
Hey, you never know.
Maybe we should call a plumber.
No, I got this.
At Armstrong Comfort Solutions, our professional plumbers and service techs are standing by to help with all your plumbing and HVAC needs.
Everything okay down there?
Maybe I should call Armstrong Comfort Solutions.
Armstrong Comfort Solutions, where comfort is our middle name.
Sure, 5G home internet sounds great. But those plans are based on your cell phone coverage. That means if you have no signal inside your home, you have no Wi-Fi either. Plus, they can slow you down when too many people are online. It's all in the fine print. With Zoom from Armstrong, you get what you pay for. Speed, reliability, and coverage in every single room of your house. Compare other internet providers to Armstrong and see the difference an unmatched fiber network makes.